Hey guys, ZombieX here from Headphone again. Sorry I haven't uploaded a video in a while. I've been kind of busy. But today's video, I'm going to concentrate on another Beyerdynamic. It's brand new to the market. It's the Custom 1 Pro, actually. It is based off the DT770 Pro 80 from what I understand. 16 ohms. And it's fairly easy to drive. Let me dive in and grab it. Got the cable all tangled. This is the Custom 1 Pro here from Beyerdynamic. This one is fully customizable. You can change out the headband. You can change the plate, the rings here. You get different color ear pads, I believe. They're also releasing a new cable attachment that lets you use a microphone on it. As to when that microphone's coming out, I don't know. Hopefully this will get back in there. The main draw of this headphone to me is that they actually have like a slider on each one to actually adjust the bass ports. So from like minimum to maximum amount of bass. Personally, I find the second setting the best for me, but when I'm out and about, I tend to use the third one because what's the word for it? Loud sounds tend to drown out the bass, so I tend to just crank it up a little bit like that. This headphone itself, it's pretty easy to power, I believe. I haven't had too many issues with it. However, you still do have to crank up the volume a lot, actually. Compared to like my DT1350, I have to keep them at about the same volume on my Zune HD. And it's also about the same volume as on my Galaxy S3. And that's what I'm recording this video with, is with the S3, because I think it has a pretty good built-in camera. It's better than my camera, at least. But this headphone is pretty good. Bass is pretty good. The fourth setting has kind of muddy bass to me. 3 is pretty good. It starts to get a little bloated. 2 is the best to me. It's tight and controlled. It has good impact. It doesn't have a lot of depth to it though. It seems like it rolls off in the lowest parts. Another thing is that the bass doesn't seem to take over the mids like on the DT770. It tends to be its own entity, and also too an improvement since we're talking about the mids are more forward, which I think is good. This headphone itself, it's not as it's not as detailed as the 770 is. It's not as resolving, but it's a more upfront presentation. It's kind of a trade-off. The DT770 is more further back. This one's more in your face. Same thing with the treble. The old 770, people say it was bright. I thought it had kind of rolled treble. This one has a little bit more treble, so it makes for a more lively presentation. But I think like sonic-wise, like the tone is better. I like it more. It's a bit about the tone, I guess. Soundstage isn't super big, but it's not small. It's kind of average. But like I was saying with the volume before, I still have to crank my Zune up pretty loud. The Zune HD can go up to like a max of 30 for the volume, and I keep these about 18. The DT1350s, I keep it about 20 almost at times. It depends on what I'm listening to. But they're fairly easy to drive. I mean, they're 16 ohms, but they still have the same sensitivity rating as all the other Beyers, which is 96 decibels, which I think hurts them a little bit. If they were more sensitive, I think it'd be even better. But I have no complaints. It's not like they strain your portable devices. They didn't strain my Zune at all or anything. You just have to turn them up a little bit louder. They don't seem to scale well with an amp from memory. I mean, well, not memory, but from what I've been using. I've tried them with my V200 and the Rock. They don't scale too well. I've also tried them with my HRT music streamer, the head streamer. I think solid state amps are the way to go if you do amp these. Especially like more neutral ones, because I think the V200 adds a little bit too much bass to it. but it does add the mid-range, which I like for this headphone. But that's about it for the sound. The value, are they worth $200? It's hard to say for me. I think they're pretty good, but you can find a used GT770 for about $80 on eBay. Beyerdynamic puts up their refurbished ones for about 80 or so. So it's up to you. Personally, I would say it's worth it because of the added portability to it. Because there's not a lot of like super portable headphones out there that actually like, at least bigger ones like this, that sound good, except for like the V-Moto ones and that. But that's just my take on it. That's about all I have to comment right now. I may add more impressions later on. Once again, I'm sorry about a long time for not uploading videos. I've been busy. I'd like to give a shout out to Pete Carini from Beyerdynamic. He's been supplying me with all these. I'd just like to say thanks, Pete. I'm looking forward to getting that T90 from you whenever, like a week or two from now. Also, guys, I'm going to be getting maybe an LCD too. I don't know. Odyssey hasn't got back to me yet. I'm getting some Brainwaves HM5 headphones to come in. I contacted Sennheiser about HD700, HD100, so we'll see. So, till next time, guys, this is ZombieX, also known as Austin, out.